With a humiliating recent 128-110 loss to the Mavericks in Dallas, the Los Angeles Lakers were knocked out of contention for the Western Conference playoffs. There is no doubt in anyone's mind that this affects All-Star player LeBron James heavily, as he doesn't really have that much time left in the NBA. Stick around to find out the $122 million knockout punch that has ruined the Lakers. Along with this, we'll also delve into other interesting recent NBA news. Trust us, you don't want to miss this. First up, the $122 million knockout that has practically ruined the Lakers and left LeBron James with big questions. The Lakers' chance of making the play-in tournament decreased swiftly after suffering their third straight loss in a matchup between two Eastern Conference giants. But all hope was lost after they suffered yet another heartbreaking loss to the Mavericks this past week, effectively eliminating them from contention for the Western Conference playoffs. This is a huge disappointment for the team, which is sat at the top of the totem pole for so long. After witnessing Mavs star Luka Doncic running circles around these guys, Lakers coach Frank Vogel declared, "Not good enough in any manner," when asked about his team's performance. The Mavs clearly understood they needed a good start against the Lakers, who are competing for a spot in the play-in round for teams in 7th through the 10th place with 7 games remaining. "We had to get out with intensity and energy since they're competing for the playoffs," Doncic said. Following the horrible game, the Lakers' Russell Westbrook's frustrations from a bad season spilled over during a post-game news conference for the Lakers. "Do you have the answers for me?" Westbrook answered a reporter who asked how the club will turn their season around now that they're out of the play-in tournament standings and facing a difficult return home. Following this question, Westbrook got up from his seat, prepared to walk away after some back and forth, clearly still upset by their loss to the Mavs. So what happened to the Lakers star LeBron James during all of this? Why was he not on the court helping his team? Well, at the most unfortunate time, James was injured. The ankle injury suffered by LeBron James in the recent heartbreaking 116-108 loss to the Pelicans couldn't have happened at a worse moment. At the time of his injury, the Lakers were in 10th place in the Western Conference with only 8 games remaining, one of the toughest remaining schedules in the league, and a 1-game lead over the Spurs to merely qualify for the play-in playoffs. The Lakers' loss put them behind the Pelicans in the standings, giving New Orleans the tiebreaker advantage. And now, after their defeat to the Mavericks, things have gone from bad to worse. But how did James get injured in the first place? Well, when he stepped on Pelican center Jackson Hayes' sneaker with 10:09 remaining in the second quarter and the Lakers up 36-29, he landed awkwardly on his left ankle. He returned to the game, but after the injury he said he lost all explosiveness. If the Lakers weren't in such a pivotal stretch with a play-in round position on the line, James stated he would probably not have finished the game. The Lakers' season-long troubles have been exacerbated by not only James' injury, but also their star center Anthony Davis. James only returned to the lineup earlier this month after missing the entire month of February due to a chronic knee issue. Additionally, Anthony Davis was sidelined in February due to a foot injury. James suffering this injury only begs the question, will he be able to play in their upcoming game against the Utah Jazz? It is looking like he will still be out, but we could hopefully see Davis return following his horrible foot injury. Things are not looking good for the Lakers, so having Davis back will hopefully give the team another boost of confidence. Next up, a viral image snapped of LeBron and Anthony Davis laughing while their team was being brutally defeated. It's no secret that the LA Lakers are in some serious trouble. As we mentioned earlier, the Lakers were blown out by the Dallas Mavericks in what was yet another must-win game for them. Despite the fact that the Lakers were missing LeBron James and Anthony Davis during the game, the superstar tandem was present to see their teams compete. However, following the game, a photo has surfaced that does not portray either player positively. While the Lakers were being beaten down by their opponents, an image of LeBron James and Anthony Davis smiling during the game went viral. As you probably already guessed, the image did not go down well with supporters, as they were expected to lead the team to the NBA championship this season. But injury issues, as well as the rest of the Lakers' underperformance, have hampered the team's progress. The majority of NBA fans defended LeBron and Anthony Davis after this photo went viral. Some fans pointed out that because the Lakers' season is over, LeBron and AD should be unconcerned. Others, however, thought it was a bad look for them because James and Davis are supposed to be the superstars who can't handle losing, regardless of whether they're on the floor or not. One fan shared their thoughts on Twitter, alongside the now viral image of the pair laughing, writing, "I speak for all Lakers fans when I say we want the season to end right now. Don't even want to be in the play-in. Shut LeBron and AD down and let Westbrook run the offense the way he wants to for the rest of the year. No need to prolong the inevitable." A second user shared similar thoughts, simply tweeting out, "Trade these bums." However, many fans of the Lakers came to their defense, with one user writing, "Y'all get mad if they mope and sulk, joke. Y'all get mad if they crack a joke, while another wrote, oh yeah, if a player's team is playing bad, they have to be sad and angry all the time and let it ruin every aspect of their life. Okay, gotcha, implying that people will criticize them no matter what they do. What did you think of the photo? Will LeBron James become the new NBA GOAT? Regardless of his team's current record and terrible season, LeBron James has had a fantastic individual season. The goal for the 37-year-old would be to win at least one more championship before retiring and hanging up his jersey. But LeBron James isn't your average basketball player, and he's certainly not your average 37-year-old. James has already won 4 NBA titles, and even if he does not win another, he is widely known and accepted as one of the top 5 players in NBA history. After all, have a look at his illustrious career. James has 4 championships, 4 Finals MVPs, 4 MVPs, and 18 All-Star appearances to his name. No player has ever been as good for as long as LeBron has, which is a credit to both his ability to take care of his body and his virtually superhuman genetics. As a result, many of the younger generations consider LeBron James to be the best player of all time. While Michael Jordan tends to dominate GOAT conversations, LeBron James has a legion of fans, and rightly so. LeBron James has passed Karl Malone to become the NBA's second greatest scorer. He's closing in on Kareem Abdul-Jabbar for the top place, and he'll most likely pass him next season. If LeBron James becomes the #1 leading scorer, his GOAT status will rise dramatically, and he may have a stronger case for being the greatest of all time. When it comes to the greatest challengers to Michael Jordan's crown as the current GOAT, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is the name that comes up most often. While his 6 NBA championships and 6 MVP awards are his crowning achievements, his status as the all-time top scorer tends to elevate him in the rankings. The fact that LeBron James is close to surpassing the all-time top scorer is the biggest advertisement for the famous athlete to take over the GOAT title. The reasoning is straightforward. No player in NBA history has ever played as well as LeBron James over such a long period of time. At the age of 37, the King is in his 19th season and averaging the 3rd most points of his career. James is not only a great scorer and passer, but he also has a knack for dominating and controlling games. So will LeBron take over the GOAT title? Of course, many people still believe MJ deserves the spot, but when you take a look at the statistics, LeBron is much more deserving. And there you have it, everything you need to know about the Lakers' recent big loss and what this means for their future this season. Additionally, we also delved into the now viral image snapped of LeBron and Anthony Davis laughing and joking around while their team was being brutally defeated, and how LeBron is on the fast track to becoming the new NBA GOAT. Make sure to let us know your thoughts down below. Do you think the Lakers can come back from their horrible season? Will LeBron consider leaving and hanging up his jersey for good? Do you think LeBron deserves the GOAT title over MJ? Let us know. But if you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to like and subscribe so you never miss any of our new and upcoming content. Thanks for watching.